All right, we in there. We in there. Test my mic. Test my mic. Mic seems to be working all right. All right, I'm gonna get right into this. It's an easier way for me just to make a video and cut it up and upload it, or just leave it on there for people to see. All right, so this is the patch notes for the final Street Fighter V update. What I'm hoping to get out of this update is some type of I don't know. For the few characters, the two characters I do play, I just hopefully they get some type of more options is what I'm looking for out of this. All right, it says the story has been updated with a complete list of patch notes for Street Fighter V's combo counts. Combo count start value. The numerical value used to indicate when an air combo starts from a particular move. The smaller moves combo starter value is for that move to begin an air combo and vice versa. I gotta turn the brightness down on my screen. It's hurting my eyes. All right. So what I'm guessing is there's some type of mechanism in the game where you got certain characters that can juggle combos. You're getting some type of reset in the air. Combo count gain increases when a move is incorporated into an air combo. The smaller a move combo start gain is, the easier it is for that move to begin an air combo and vice versa. Combo count limit. The larger the combo count limit, the move is easier for that move to incorporate it into a combo. Numerical backward throw priority. Currently fixing an issue that occurs during normal throws where inputting a direction opposite of the direction you wish to throw an opponent. One frame before the button input causes you to throw an opponent in the indicated direction. Game behavior. When absorbing an opponent's guard back technique, a move, one, fix an issue with a guard break scaling value is added to the damage occurred when an attack while absorbed opponent's guard break technique of the move. That must be for like a Ryu or Ed or somebody. I think it's only like 4 characters that even got a guard break. Well, I could be wrong. I stopped playing the game for a few years. All right, not interested in Abigail. All right, let's go with Akuma. Akuma's adjustments mainly consist of changes to his V trigger 2 and V skill 2. Considered improvements updates when they weren't still choosing V skill. See if I can find anything interesting here. Glasses. Can't see nothing. Control increase the combo limit of first attack. Lower the combo count and gain start value of first attack. V skill 2. Lower combo count and start value of first attack. All right. This is right here. All right. EX Airborne Tatsu. The hitbox after an attack lands has been extended. Increase the duration of a second and fourth attack on hit from 2 frames to 3. The hitbox on the second and the fourth attack will now apply to the opponent in front as well. All right, so he's gonna get a. Basically, you should never drop that combo, and you're gonna get some extended hits in the air, which we seen that in the trailer anyway. We seen Alex in the trailer. Let me see if I can find wrong. All right, all right. So this is the part this is what I'm gonna chop up. Put Balrog in since I'm Balrog main. Our adjustments to Balrog chiefly consisted of tweaking moves that check opponents too easily and increasing his standard number of combo moves. Consisted of weakening moves that check opponents too easily. What does that mean? Balrog's dash straight could be activated without charging when enhanced by FFB, which made it difficult for opponents to block upon seeing it start. And simply was too powerful. What? What is they talking about? When keeping opponents in check, linking the powered up dash straight to low dash straight and then activating FFB was too difficult for a number of characters to handle. As Balrog has been able to loop this sequence of attacks, we made adjustments to prevent this from being repeated. FFB has adjusted frame length and hurt boxes, and now a higher number of characters can counter attack after it has been activated. Following powered up dash straight, you can use FFB relatively safely when following up an attack with an EX dash straight. So now you got to burn your meter just to be safe on certain. Or if you refrain from attacking after performing a powered up dash straight. So it is important to consider your opponent and also the status gauge when. Oh my goodness. Additionally, the powered up dash straight can only be activated without charging when used as a cancel, which has eliminated its capabilities as a surprise attack. In order to offset the reductions of FFB looping ability and keeping opponents in check, we have made adjustments to make it easier to safely use FFB in a variety of situations. Since he has standing MP, which forces opponents to stand up, is now easier to use as part of a combo. All right, all right. So I understand what they mean with that, but that it ain't that much length on that move either. So you very rarely gonna hit somebody with that. It is easier to create links, included Screw Smash. As a part of increasing the combo moves, H Screw Smash has now followed up with a L Screw Smash to make it easier to remain on the offensive without using the critical art gauge. So he's going to be able to do a a fierce screw smash into a jab screw smash. All right. Furthermore, turn punch was way too easy as a projectile countermeasure. No, it wasn't. And since it took away the advantages of V skill KKB, projectile invincibility was reduced to level 2, which has a quick charge time and easy to activate. Dude, I don't know what they think. Standing MP, change. All right, standing MP, change frame advantage on hit from 2 frames to 4. Reduce pushback on hit. V skill 2, dash straight change on block from +2 frames to -2. Oh. Dash grand blow, including EX version, will no longer pass through the opponent during mid-air hit stun in the corner. That's all right. I know what they're talking about with that. That used to happen quite often. So that's like if you got somebody in a juggle state or something like that, and you would try to hit them, and you would basically just throw yourself in the corner. I'm almost done. Take these glasses off. Turn punch level 1 and 2. Change projectile invincibility timing for the 3rd frame. to the 10th frame. All right. FFB V skill 2. Lengthen the entire move from 50 frames to 55 frames. Extended the hurt box forward. Unless canceling into it, dash straight now requires a charge. Whatever. V trigger EX bursting buffalo extended the collusion box upward. All right, so I'm the gist of this. My opinion is Balrog had to rely on it. Like a lot of these characters have to rely on their V skills. That's why I too much don't like this. I'm gonna say don't like the game, but that's I'm not a fan of having to rely on like your supers or something to win. I understand incorporating them into the game, because it's been pretty much standard since like Super Turbo or whatever. But now, like his comeback game is gonna be like trash. He's not gonna be able, and then like the projectile, he's not gonna be able to easily pass through those projectiles. Well, as easy as it was, I don't think it was easy to do because everybody can, as long as you're timing your projectiles differently, not just throwing out the same one over and over. It shouldn't have been hard for nobody to mix up Balrog with projectiles and stuff like that. But it's going to be much harder for him to get momentum and get people in the corner with his V skill. That was one of the main things about the V skill because it's not that many people falling for that overhead he got anymore. It's just not. Like people ain't falling for it. So you just hold down back against Balrog. That's it. You don't have to worry about him jumping over, crossing you up. You don't have to worry about him, overheading you because it's super slow and everybody reads it. So when he does open you up, the one thing that V trigger did do was it would give you a chance to go on the offensive and get somebody in the corner and get them in some type of throw loops. And I just don't see that. I see that greatly being, diminished. Unless they, nerfed other characters. I don't Yeah. So like say if they nerf Karen. I hate Karen. If they nerf Karen, or let's go find Karen. Like the walk speed that Karen got and the length of her crouching attacks. Like she's always catching you, always catching you. I'm not going to read what's going on with Fang. All right, let's read about G. While most of G's basic abilities remain unchanged, some adjustments were made mainly related to his V Trigger 2 dangerous presence. Uh, all right, let's go with Gil. We have increased the power level of Gil's unique anti-type system. Gal's my third character. In addition to Gal's traditional technique of using his normal attacks and Sonic Boom to dominate the ground game and knock down and knock opponents back, the addition of his V shift grants him solid defense. For a character with few projectile countermeasures, Gal handled them a bit too well. However, one of the most enjoyable aspects of Gal is his ability to take opponents' attacks and simply weakening his strong moves would spoil the fun. Therefore, we have made special adjustments to Gal jumps and sonic booms to give the opponent more ways to counter. More nerves, more nerves. Story of my life. Ibuki. All right, I hate Ibuki too, so let's read Ibuki. Ibuki's V trigger full of variety were not compatible with the V shift when comboing, greatly affecting her overall strength. Play for the buffer. To remedy this, we have improved normal attacks and target combos. Yeah, that's too much to read. Kagi. Karen. All right. Much of Karen's appeal comes from her swift movements that bring her in close to her opponents and her versatile pokes that lead to high damage. What did I tell you? However, certain characters had trouble dealing with her moves in close combat, so adjustments have been made to alleviate these issues. Moves that can knock down opponents or combo now have a higher risk of whiffing, so require more careful usage. Conversely, it is now also easier to combo at the edge of the screen, allowing Karen to aim for solid combos after an offensive strike. Previously, certain attacks would go through opponents while on the edge of the screen. I've very rarely seen that happen. Let's go down to actual changes. I gotta read again. So these are crouching MK, change recovery from 14 to 18 on whiff. Slowed down on whiff until the foot returns and the hurt box now remains on whiff. Okay, okay. EX Tenko will no longer pass through opponents during mid-air hit stun in the corner. Okay. She probably still, she's probably still good. Ken is a standard character, but still has plenty of individuality in his playstyle, so we didn't think it was necessary to make sweeping changes to the basic abilities. However, we decided that there were some shortcomings with his V trigger, so we focused on most of the adjustments on Heat Rush has increased the V timer length, can now be used to cancel into Hadoken and V skill. That's not. All right, Laura. I hate Laura. Hate Laura with a passion. Laura and Karen make the game not fun. All right. Laura's adjustments mainly consist of enhancing moves used for linking and significant changes to her V trigger. V trigger 2 shock stance. While V trigger 2 is active, the valuable command throw shock choke can now be activated at any time, improving her V trigger's offensive capabilities. Furthermore, it is now possible to use normal and unique attacks with projectile invincibilities. Counterattacks now be used to avoiding attacks outside the shock choke. What does that mean? On an opponent's relatively long distance. These changes increase the variety of response to the opponent's attacks, bolstering Laura's defensive capabilities. Oh my goodness, she got a buff. V skill 1 linear movement can now bypass mid air opponents if activated after an anti air follow up. Dude, they took the strongest characters in the game and buffed them. Standing MP input is no longer reversed based on opponent's positioning. Thunderclap changed attack frames from 40 to 80 to 60. From 40 to 80 to 60, that was from 100. Linear movement. If the attack lands the opponent behind with follow up, you will now face the opponent. Basically. Lucian, not interested. All right, Luke. Luke is stocked with well performing offense and defense, while his high damage and special move combos in particular made his offense formidable. When compared to characters with lesser stats, the difference between the two is obvious. The invincible EX Rising Rocket and other moves simply the degree of Luke's tight defenses. Luke, vitality, and stun values were a bit above average before, are now reduced. All right, so that's good. They reduce his vitality. So they reduce Luke's health from 100, 1,025 to 1,000. The stun from 150 to 1,000. Jump forward changed the motion. Forward jump changed the motion. I still haven't played. I think I played Luke like twice. That was it. I don't have that much trouble with Bison, so adjusted the mid-air knockback of Bison's jab, Nash. Although we don't believe that Nash was made too powerful, with the last updates changed the jumping so that it was extremely difficult for some characters to deal with it. Made some adjustments. All right, I'm cool. That's cool. Macaulay, no. Oral, I don't have trouble with Oral either. Poison, pretty good. Don't look like it did much. Rashid, man, throw Rashid on sink. Rashid flashy, unconstrained movements allowed him to taunt and dance circles around his opponents. But the but at the cost of having lower defense. Man, do we do we really have lower defense? M Whirlwind shot, which had previously been difficult to utilize, now yields increased returns. V trigger buffed him. I don't mind if they give Armika a buff because she got nerfed pretty bad a few versions ago, and you can tell. Rose was trash. They hopefully they gave Rose some buffs too. Let's look it over. Standing HP changed. Frame advantage unblocked. -6 to -4. Standing LK extended the hitbox forward. Crouching HP changed. Frame advantage -3 to -5 to -3. Crouching H kit shortened up. She should be alright. It was difficult to utilize Ryu effectively at mid to long ranges when facing opponents who had superior reach, poise, effective projectile constraints. Like probably talking about people like Gil and stuff. In response, we have boosted attack, power strike, mid range options that he specializes, enabling him to be better advantage strengths against the opponents. Standing HP increase, knockback, time, the crush counter. Crouching MP reduce pushback on the hit. They buff Ryu again. Whatever. Niggas probably gonna do something like that. Urian Vega. All right. Vega, my number two. Vega has some of the best ground game. You don't. Which was balanced out with him being at increased risk of taking high damage. However, the level of power in the game has risen over time. He has been adjusted to be less vulnerable. Standing MK has undergone significant adjustment and now is cancelable. All right, I'm cool with that. Claw Vega could often only use a single hit to punish with significant hitboxes, but now landing a hit with new standing MK can lead to big rewards. All right, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Picking hopping back on Vega. Get us a try. I wondered is it like crouching MP also? New move. Face revealed added a new move activated when pressing down and all kicks and all punches at the same time. I wonder, is this or? Standing HP barehanded, reduce pushback on hit. That's a plus. Standing MK can now be special canceled. Yep. Crimson Terror extended the hitbox of the first attack. EX Crimson Terror can now be canceled with the B skill in one hit. Decrease damage from 180 to 40. Reduce stun. Not too worried about what they did with Zangief. Zekko either. So that's pretty much it. So let's go over Zangief. See if they did anything special with Zangief. Crouching HP now knocks the opponent down on the ground or mid-air hit. Change the frame advantage on block from -4 to -6. Decrease pushback on block. Will no longer hit opponents behind you. All right, that's a plus. Increase combo count, start value in game. Crouching HK, increase the combo count limit. Headbutt, change the ground hit effect. The stun force the crouch. All right. So I'm guessing when he does that, when he does like his twirls his roundhouse or whatever, it's not gonna. It's like sometimes it would hit people if they try to jump onto the other side of him. That's not gonna happen now. Yes, that's pretty much it. I got Balrog in there, so I'm gonna chop this video up and upload the Balrog one. Thanks for checking out the video. Peace out.